been over here as much as I'd like to be, because so we're at Cypress and Margaret. We're gonna go down Margaret to Earl and Margaret Playground here. Right here at Margaret Playground, and then Earl is one of the few streets that crosses the Earl's one of the few streets that crosses the freeway. It's kind of a thoroughfare for people.
And 315, the weapons portion is unfounded. Copy that, Brian.
So the weapons portion of that call, he just got on and said it was unfounded. So right now I'm down about a little under a quarter tank of gas. I don't really like to be under a quarter tank, because it wouldn't be the first time that some type of pursuit started where you needed more than a quarter of a tank. I've been in several of them, and I have run out of gas on one. It was very embarrassing, but also I've been in somewhere 10 of the other cars were out of gas, and so they kept pulling off, and I had a full tank. So much rather have a full tank. So we're down here at Earl and Hudson, old Hudson kind of. Very busy here. Both of these bars here have been very active. This is the Mounds Park Sports Bar, where I left here. I'll drive back the other way. Fair amount of shooting incidents down here on Hudson and Earl. Try to give you a shot here. Oh, there comes a car. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people outside here. Sometimes some rival gangs just drive by and shoot them up. This saloon here, the St. Paul Saloon, has been problematic too. So we're gonna do a couple drive-bys here.
Bravo 410. Bravo 410. Will you put me on a DOC info for?
Oh, there's a St. Paul squad checking it out as well. A lot of energy outside there. I will say this, Leo's chow mein here, that's a good chow mein. I have been there several times, just to the north here of Mounts Park Sports Bar. Still my favorite is House of Wong. And someone did send me a text saying they tried it in House of Wong and they loved it.
323.
Glad to hear that.
Call for 12.
312 and 323.
323.
300 to copy. 998 Earl, Comfort 3 shots, area of Maryland. Earl.
998 Earl.
312 copies.
Which is
323 copy.
north of Case and Earl, which is
300 copies.
a couple miles north of us.
I don't know.
Shots fired, but the cops said they thought we were up by Maryland and Earl. So they're gonna probably come zooming by me in a minute. We'll head that direction. I won't be surprised if we get a call back to that Mounts Park Sports Bar. Looks like a lot of people are showing up. What happens is a lot of bars close at midnight now or even earlier, and then people look for the ones that are still open. So I would say that St. Paul has a fair amount of road repair that's needed. If you're watching us bounce all over, it's totally the road. On the road's a little better. So we're at Case. Remember, Case is 960 north. The caller came from 998. But he did say, which is right here, but he did say he thought it was up by Maryland. So we'll just drive slow there.
Case number is 159179.
I do want to say one other thing, that today, well, yesterday, the 4th, was the anniversary of Art Blakey's death. Art Blakey was a commander with the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office and the chief of police of the State Fair. Also a Boreas and a West Wind, but probably one of the nicest men that I've ever run across, and a kind-hearted soul toward people. And I was thinking about him yesterday, about how we honor him. The
321 in the area.
Copy.
It hit me that his personality is exactly what we need in our future police officers and deputies. Somebody that's part of the community, but also has a kind soul. And we have to do something to honor his legacy by finding people that were like him for the future. If we're going to change anything, we need to change. We need to change toward the way Art Blakey treated people. And his daughter, of course, Brooke, does a great job over at Transit, and she's got the same kindness and care for the homeless now. But I've never really met a person that was as kind as Art.
Code 4, en route.
All right, so this call here, shots fired. This is the problem we have, is we don't really know where the shots came from. The person thinks maybe it's north. This is exactly why we need the shot spotter system, so we're not chasing our tails, trying to figure out where the shots came from. Is it fireworks? Again, shot spotter is a sound detection system that can tell you where the shot came from. It can tell you if it was moving at the time, because it's like a car noise. It can
have a spot assist 228. 295 is good here. There's people
it can
yelling
read
outside of the
the
entrance.
sound wave. It can tell you whether it's fireworks. It can tell you whether it was moving quickly in a car. It's just an amazing technology, and it can tell you where you're likely to find the casings. And the casings are key to us because it ties the gun to other. Every casing has a unique mark by the firing rod. So we need that technology, and it's a 1 or 2 time expense. And after that, Minneapolis has it as well. So obviously the finances of today make it difficult, but we can't keep chasing our tail figuring out where the shots came from. And we had a case last year where the guy laid in the street for 45 minutes because we didn't know where the shots had been fired. He eventually died. So that's my plug for Shot Spotter.
629 right. Code 4.
629 right side.
Well, I think I might have mentioned this before, but this is the site of
225 PBV.
225.
John O'Brien's death.
Here's part.
At 16.
Her car was northbound. We're looking for a fleeing car northbound here. And the car came down Geranium from the right here and hit him full speed. And both cars went into this building right here on Geranium. The walls were completely destroyed. 2 people died in the civilian car and 1 police officer, Dude O'Brien, and the other police officer was harmed for life. But I was a sergeant on the west side at that time, but of course we were all here, and the car was upside down. It was just a terrible day, but it's just another hazard of the job when people are driving in a reckless, hazardous way, and you're out looking for them.
224, Beyonce.
Got to watch every corner, like someone's coming. His brother Mike O'Brien and I came on together in 1977. We're the infamous class of '77, with guys like Tom Collins.
Seven.
271.
Courtesy ride, adult male, female, Bryce and Jessamine.
Price adjustment at 18 minutes.
Yeah, keep in mind, send me a text if you would like to. It's 651-448-3810, 448-3810. I forgot earlier, I did get a request to drive by a church. First I gotta go up here. Gotta give another shout out
312.
to Moose Young Hands.
This will be advised with the east. Can you let the boss know only one caller, no evidence found?
Here, I'm just copy. One caller, clear out of it.
Great, oh,
300
stop for that one. Greatest hockey coach ever, Moose Young Hands.
323, you can send me that TOC.
321 to back at the Holiday Station, 1770 Old Hudson Road. Males acting suspicious. Appears on the influence or refusing to leave. Irish male, 2035, 6 Everton.
Old Hudson Road, suspicious male. Phelan Gustafson Arena.
321, copy.
Thank you.
Spent lots of my life in that arena, coaching kids, bringing my own, watching Moose. Greatest comeback of all time was Johnson beating White Bear at Aldrich Arena. I think they were behind 5-2 going into the third period. That was a quarterfinal or the semi. Unbelievable comeback. I am going to head to gas here shortly. I am going to head to gas. I'm at the gas station there. Sunrise Bank, I banked there for a number of years. I started out as St. Anthony Park Bank. First Covenant Church. Diane asked me to drive by there. I'll do that for you, Diane. I don't know if you're still there. People appreciate their neighbors as much anymore as they used to because people don't talk, but if you know Michael and Gretchen Syrian, they both passed away now. Louis Syrian, Michael's brother's still alive, but I'll tell you what, I had two of the finest neighbors that God could give anybody. The key here is we just got to be willing to talk to each other more.
Copy.
There hasn't been a ton of radio calls, but like Bobby always says, nothing happens till 12:15, Dad. Not true, of course, but in the kid world. See how Maryland Avenue or westbound Maryland from Arcade, how it slowed down in the last 2 hours. Remember all the cars that were out here? Dozens.
213. 213. I believe the vehicle that the people are talking about is a GMC Dakota, or I'm sorry, a Dodge Dakota Sport pickup truck. You're on the side of this, okay? Copy.
quiet on the east side. We'll slide back to Rice Street. Work our way down to get some gasoline. We have pumps in 3 different locations.
44, 47 traffic.
44, 47.